those of you that don't know me, my name is Dov. I'm the owner and founder of Parcours. So yeah, thanks for coming down. This evening is kind of a bit of a joint thing. Back in October, we launched our new aero lineup, our Think Wider aero lineup. And then really excitingly, a couple of weeks ago, we announced our partnership with Classified, hence why John from Classified is here to sort of help people find out a bit more about that system. What I really just wanted to do is just very quickly just take you through some of the highlights of exactly what Think Wider aero really is and what it really means. Just to kind of give a bit of a background behind some of the work that's gone into it, mainly because it's the culmination of really 3 or 4 years worth of work. And frankly, I just really like the opportunity to shout about it and tell people about it. No longer is it enough to just make a wheel that's fast in a straight line. You've actually got to deliver more than that. What real world riding conditions are we designing for? So rather than using a fairly blunt instrument, which people had done before, and saying, right, let's stick a wind sensor out the front of a bike, we stuck wind sensors where the wheels are. We were able to record wind angles, wind conditions, and wind speeds at the front and the rear wheel, which was very important because it showed us, or showed the industry for the first time, that actually the conditions are very different at different points on the bike. You end up with a wider front wheel with that sort of more U-shaped profile, which we're more familiar with, and actually a slightly sharper sort of V-shaped rear wheel to account for those different conditions. They handle in a much more stable and predictable manner. Our current lineup within the Think Wider lineup, a wheel will handle like a previous generation wheel from a shallower depth. The Strada, which is a 49mm front, actually handles in a more stable manner than the previous generation 40mm front. Same with the 68mm Chrono versus a 56 Persista from the old generation. It gives you the opportunity to go faster by running a deeper wheel whilst being more stable. So just to run through the lineup that we've introduced this on, we launched the Strada back in 2020. It feels like a lifetime ago. A lot's happened since then. Followed that up with our Ronda, which is the more all-road wheel set, which is over here, launched in 2021. And then this is our Think Wider aero range. So we've got the Chrono, which is our deepest spoked wheel set, which is up on the counter there. And then we've now paired our Chrono Max with the new disc wheel. The new disc wheel is particularly exciting. It's the widest disc wheel on the market currently. And if you look closely, the disc on that bike is actually fitted with a 30mm tyre. So anybody who was time trialing even 5 years ago is probably going to be shaking their head right now. But honestly, trust me when I say you've not really lived until you've ridden a time trial or a triathlon bike leg at 50 to 55 PSI on a 30mm tyre. It's a bit of a game changer. We're now saying, right, we're going to make you faster, we're going to make you more stable, and we're going to make you smoother. And now, thanks to the partnership with Classified, we're now saying we're going to make you more efficient at the same time. It's really exciting for us because we now have the ability to offer you a Classified ready wheel set, which is one of our rims laced up to a Classified hub shell. All of the spoked wheel models are in stock and available. So if you go onto the website, you can place an order tomorrow and basically get yourself set up with a Classified system and ditch your front chainring. I'm just going to hand over to John from Classified just to very briefly give you the heads up on Classified and hopefully encourage you to come and have a go at it.
So Power Shift is essentially, as you've probably already seen, a 2-speed hub gear, does away with the front mech, can run a perfect chain line single ring on the front. It's the most efficient setup because you're never going to cross chain. You don't have to waste all your energy kind of dropping chains and fighting against your front mech all the time. It's just a simple shift button hidden in here on the left. And yeah, we can have a little chat about it. So please come and have a go. So with our system having the perfect chain line, as I say, means that you're never going to cross chain or be mechanically exposed. You're never going to drop your chain. But it also means that you can change under full load as well. Now go as much power as you can give us and then change into the big ring under power. There you go. So that was 150 milliseconds and you've changed into your big ring. We quote that you can change it up to 1,000 watts. We have tested at double that and you can still change. From a weight point of view, the hub, if you compare hub to hub, then yes, our hub is heavier to a normal hub, but our hub is not a normal hub. Yeah. Our hub is a little chainring, a front mech, cabling, all that kind of gubbins as well. So if you were to compare, our wheel set to the equivalent kind of mid-level carbon wheel set, then it'll be plus or minus kind of a few percent, not by much. This is the shift button, so you can have that positioned anywhere you like on the lever here. on the bars rather. So this one's positioned really nicely in here, so you can just touch that with your thumb, and every time you press that, it changes your theoretical front chainring. That's connected to a bar end plug or a handlebar unit. That pings out a Bluetooth signal. That Bluetooth signal is received by the axle. This axle is USB rechargeable. This handlebar unit has a little watch battery inside. They both do 10,000 shifts. So because you've got all these gubbins inside here, there's 195 moving parts in there. We have to machine our own cassette to fit over it. That takes just under 2 hours to machine one cassette. So they're full on, super lightweight, all machined from one piece of steel. This is so drastically different to anything else in the market that it has created quite a lot of waves and a lot of interest. Imagine like an old post bike in a Formula One car having a head-on collision and coming out of this little baby. It's basically like, yeah, that's the best way of explaining it, I think. It's UCI legal. It has already been certified, so yeah, keep an eye out on your big screen.